So on Saturday and Sunday, we are learning from Dr. Bakshi emotional freedom techniques. And I think I have heard first time in my life about the techniques. You can have a emotional freedom. That means you have anger, you have any kind of emotional stress, you have illness, chronic illness, pain, that you can control with some techniques. And that was we are learning from last 4 weekends, every Saturday and Sunday. And if you ask me my personal opinion, I have improved lot with the techniques. There are so many things you can, he explained that you can image your physical body and energy body. But physical body experience all the emotions. But once you control that emotions with the techniques, it helps you lot, and it is helping me lot. So if everybody on this group is learning the techniques, if they can review some their own experience. Thank you.
Please lead. Please point out who lead them.
Okay. Deepak bhai, you want to go first?
Okay. Yeah, we have been doing this EFT technique for about 4 or 5 weeks every weekend. I did list about 5 of my negative things or the negative emotions that are in me for a probably long time. I cannot go back how long was there, but and after working on this tapping practice and trying to removing, still loving yourself during this practice, I feel very confident that I will be able to remove most of the things, and my level from like 0 to 10 and minus 0 to minus 10. In most of these 5 things that I have listed, I am there about +5, +7. So I'm getting control on that thing. Not done yet. In order to do this thing, you have to do this tapping practice almost every day, which I'm not doing it. But after seeing Parul Ben's message, I decided yesterday that I'll do this every morning. So I did it today, and hope I'm going to do this every day now. I'm going to do this every day so that I become positive, get rid of all the negatives, emotions from my subconscious mind. And thank you.
Okay, next Viharika Ben to say something.
Yeah. So I have been, like both Parul and Deepak Bhai said, we've been learning this for the last 4 or 5 weekends and have been practicing it. And what it has helped me is right now at physical level. So I recently had knee replacement surgery, and I still had some nerve pain and swelling. So once I started tapping and started telling myself, I love myself and I appreciate, and let the universe take care of rest of the thing. And in last 4 weeks, it's amazing how it has helped with the healing process, whether physically that healing is there or not, but emotionally it has really helped me. And so I continue practice. Also, we had learned about visualizing and letting the asking the part that hurts to give a permission to heal. And so those 2 techniques and EFT really has helped me to let it go what I was holding. So it was -10, and I'm now to +0. So it's amazing. So
Yeah.
thank you.
I totally agree with Viharika Ben. Certain things, if you don't have in your hand, you have to let it go. And that's what we learned from Khalid Bhai, that certain situation or certain area you cannot control. It is not in your control. So put it in the universal and it will take care of you. So I had the same experience like Viharika Ben. Okay, next, Juginder Bhai.
Good morning, Namaskar ji. I found it extremely helpful. The best part that I liked about it was, despite the negativities and the imperfections, I still love myself fully, unconditionally, and without any doubt, without any question. So having accepted myself, now it is easier to accept my deficiencies. The hardest part I found was identifying my own faults. It's hard to admit that I am deficient in this, I'm deficient in that. But once having this EFT helped me write down those deficiencies, and writing down was in my face, then admitting to them and then letting it go by tapping here and then tapping and then letting it go. And that was very helpful technique. And thank you.
Divya Ben, next. Unmute yourself.
Through EFT, I am learning how to overcome fear and stress and also the negative emotions, illness, and through tapping, I am overcoming, and the grading has reduced. I need to be more disciplined and do it daily, but the tapping really helps by giving it to the universe. Thank you.
Bipin Bhai, you want to say something?
Good morning. I found EFT it's a very good process, and it's a healing. If you do every day, it's more effective. Another thing I found that you reduce your emotional worries very, very well. So it is very useful. And another thing, that tapping during the process is a very effective. So it is a very good process.
Santosh, you want to say something? Did you attend any time? I don't remember you attend this class or no.
Sections.
Okay.
Very, very useful. I never looked into myself, what are the negatives. First time I visualized my negatives. Then I looked for the abundance, positives, conscious, confidence in what things we are. And it's really eye-opener to never paid attention to look into inside what we have. And that is helping me to visualize and write it down and then tap it. I have not really come into the effect of the tapping that much, but I started visualizing what is my negatives, what are my positives.
Okay. Khalid Bhai.
Deborah.
Nebra.
Hi, I have not been part of the Saturday and Sunday tapping, but as I've listened to what you've all been saying, it affects both the emotional and the physical part. But I would like to share that I saw this technique used many years ago during a counseling session, actually with one of my children. Right. Who had experienced trauma, and that was pre-verbal trauma, not necessarily knowing what happened. And as they delved in the therapy session and did the tapping, I witnessed my daughter becoming lighter, freer after each session, where she was able to let go of something that she didn't even know existed because she did not consciously remember it. So I think to add anything, it has its emotional, physical, and in many ways psychological help for people. So I am interested in it, and I actually just got a program on EFT. So thank you for sharing your experiences, and I look forward to learning more about it.
Thank you, everyone, for sharing, and welcome, Mitaji. The 2 points came out from your discussion, and I appreciate various types of feedbacks that you have. We're working on different areas in our body. And the one thing I want to mention here, pick it up while she mentioned it, a beautiful phrase, pre-verbal trauma. Pre-verbal trauma is before you say anything, trauma occurs. How does that happen? That happens because we carry not only our physical body, but we have energy around us. And the energy that we carry, we are not aware that we're carrying this energy around. But we do. Whenever somebody enters the room, they light up the room. People smile. Someone else enters, people just look away. That happens. This is a very common experience. And why is that? Because the energy precedes you. The energy, the mind. And see, if you imagine the external world, Annamaya Kosh is first, you're the body. Then Pranamaya Kosh, that's your energy field. Then Manomaya Kosh, mind goes even beyond the energy, unfortunately. It can go beyond our energy. And that's the sad part. Because our mind can drag you up, down, everywhere. Mana eva manushyanam karanam bandha moksha yoga. This is what in Bhagavad Gita says. Mind is the every reason for you to be tied down to whatever you get tied down to or free yourself. Both these properties are there. So energy field is, we're working with the energy field. That's the second field. The energy field can go out into the science area, Gnanamaya course, or can go into the experience level, that's the bliss. Now, in EFT, the main statement that is made is that all negative emotions are because of the energy blockages. This is a cardinal statement for EFT. All negative emotions are because of blockage of energy. Energy flow is not proper. And we already go through E is equal to MC square. M is body and C is movement, which is thoughts, and also all the energy flow in the body. So if there's something wrong with any of the stuff that we're talking about here, body. How do the emotions come up? Emotions arise mainly because of external world and internal world, both. External world, we have 5 senses. We see, hear, talk, taste, smell, touch. All this is external objects. Indriya, or this is the external senses. We perceive the world. As soon as I perceive the world, I say, this is heavy, this is cold, this is hot, whatever it is. It smells good. The perception occurs first thing. Perception then causes the feelings. I feel good about this. I like it. I don't like it. So feelings arise, and that feelings, good, bad, ugly, whatever, deeper, the depth of this feeling. How deep is the feeling can now get ingrained, can written into our brain. And that's what can come back. So when she said pre-verbal trauma, she had 2 components. Your daughter had 2 components of trauma. One pre-verbal was she already had some kind of trauma before that was recorded in. So when she saw somebody or whoever she was dealing with, that trauma from inside out comes. So one emotion is from outside in, second is inside out. And so we're working with both kinds. And as I said, one small statement I'm going to make. Again, this is a imagination about if the fire is there, fire in the house fire, the fireman can go in, but the fireman has to protect himself with the fireproof jacket. Firewall has to be there. So the fire, it will not change the fire. It will not change anything that's happening inside. The emotion, everything, trauma, it will not change. But you'll be protected. You'll be protected so that inside you will be still functional well. Balance of our body. You get back to Tai Chi. Tai Chi is balance. You get back, the body wants to be balanced all the time. And you get back to a balance. And then that way you go from -10 to up to 0. And some of you are experiencing that part. And then you go to the positive. So this is a process, and it's a very deep process. My small experience is this. Actually, I have never stopped tapping. Let's put it this way. I've never stopped tapping ever since I learned. How often? Well, as much as I needed, I tap. I mean, I tap myself in a minute. It takes a few seconds for me to tap something to say, well, gee, what's going on here? Something like that. And so, but it has led me to help others. And I've helped so many people outside, including animals. And we'll talk more about it as we go further into learning how to tap and everything. Thank you very much for allowing this kind of, reports and also, sharing the experiences. So I appreciate you hosting this. Thank you.
Thank you.